Yeah, one thing that I noticed, because obviously, like I've been digging deep into it and watching a lot of podcasts, and I've read Rob Gray's "How We Learn to Move" and whatnot. And one thing that a lot of uh, teachers or even practitioners, I guess you could say, within the community are, talk about, why would I not give my student all the tools that I've learned already to better themselves in these situations? You know what I'm saying? They're saying, why would I not just tell them how to get out of side control? Why would I make them figure it out when I already have the information? What do you think when you see comments like that about the whole ecological approach?
Yeah, I hear that, and it's like, hey, we're here for the shortcut, right? Essentially, is a lot of people is like, hey, we should be getting that fast track thing. Is it really a fast track thing if it doesn't transfer though? If you don't retain it, if you can't actually do it, right? It's not really. I'm not really helping you. The way I am going to best leverage my experience is to put you in scenarios with the right amount of challenge so you can appreciate what should happen in that scenario and what's important in that scenario and what you want to, like that's how I use all of my experience. I don't use all of my experience by saying, oh, every time you're pinned, A, B, C, D, E,
Yeah,
boom, out. I do that by, hey, every time you're pinned, you want to be looking for places where we can get our limbs back inside, whether that's the hips, between the ear and the shoulder, the armpit. There's going to be spaces. You're going to have to off balance people to get your limbs back inside, probably. You're going to have to create movement to do so. We're going to play a game, like that's how I use my experience is I give them like that minimum effective dose in the perfect situation to explore and play. I'm not just like, here's the other thing too, is I say people, but oftentimes people are like, well, what do? You just put them in side control and say, get out. No, no one is
no
doing
one does
that,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
No one is doing that. If they are, they don't know what's really supposed to happen because I'm going to put you in side control and I tell you what your goal is. Hey, you're going to try and get your limbs back in, get them out of this chest to chest spin. I'm going to tell you what to focus on to try and make that happen. Focus on getting inside position. Focus on off balancing them. Focus on creating movement so that they have to harder time, like things like that. And then in that, because when I'm explaining, so when I play the game and I talk about a win outcome, I probably demonstrate a win outcome. I just don't break it down. I don't, show you all the lines of like every little part. And even if you watch like videos of other people who teach in this fashion, when they describe a game, they have to demonstrate a solution at some point, right? There
yeah,
is no video of someone standing up just verbalizing game and saying play, right? You
yeah.
have to sort of show what that might look like, or you should be in that sense, because humans learn super good through mimicking, right? So let me show you what winning might look like. And it's not like I'm giving you the answer, because I'm going to show you, hey, it might be some stuff like this. You might have to use your arms. You might think of how can I get their head off my body to create space, things like that. But that's how you're going to use all of my experience. Is I'm going to figure out what's important, what you should be focused on, where those solutions are more likely to emerge. Right? That's how I use my experience to help you in that way. That's always been like my thought with regards to that sort of common sort of like objection.